everybody, I'm Dennis Daly. I spent 20 years with United Press International, most of it with the old UPI Radio Network. And my favorite assignment was going on the road producing and hosting American Montage. It was an hour-long weekly program. Now here's an edited version of one of those shows. Well, hi again, everybody, and welcome to this week's American Montage. You know, there is a thing they do in television that's becoming more and more popular, and that is to follow people around with a camera. We used to call it cinema verite, whether it's those on-the-scene cop shows or some of the new shows where somebody hand-holds the camera. It gives you a great sense of actually being there. Well, this week we're going to do microphone verite, if you will, by taking you down the Sunset Strip in Los Angeles, technically in West Hollywood. You know, that is where most of the action is. There is a brand new wave of Hollywood stars who are actually accessible now. You see them out entertaining, and a lot of the good food and clubs and comedy in Los Angeles is in the little tiny enclave of West Hollywood, California. John Heilman is the mayor there, a gracious young man who took the time to show us around on a busy weekend night, walking in and out of restaurants and clubs. John Heilman and I walked up and down the Sunset Strip, as I said, on a busy weekend night, and I want you to join me right here on American Montage. Basically, John, a lot of people come to Los Angeles. I would think if you were to quiz the average person in the Midwest and say, what do you think of L.A., they, of course, think of the movie industry, and they think of Universal Studios and Disneyland and good weather and occasionally smog out here. But there are wonderful pocket communities, and I would think that West Hollywood is probably one of the most interestingly diverse communities if you just want to do a walk around that you could go to in any part of the U.S.
We're right next to Beverly Hills and surrounded on three sides by L.A., and a lot of people stay in West Hollywood when they come to Los Angeles because it's where all the fun things take place. It's where the Los Angeles because it's where all the fun things take place. It's where the great restaurants are, the great nightclubs at night. It's where the design industry, and it's where a lot of the Hollywood celebrities actually come out and eat. So,
I remember interviewing Cesar Romero. I was fortunate. I did one of the last interviews with him, and we were talking about the golden days of Hollywood. And he mentioned to me, and this was a couple of years ago, he mentioned to me that he was happy that there was indeed a Hollywood club scene and restaurant scene re-emerging. He remembered a time in the 30s. For example, you have an incredible hotel here on Sunset, the Argyle. You walk in and you think you're going to run into Veronica Lake. I mean, it feels like 1937. But Cesar Romero was telling me that there was a time where you would go to restaurants and you would see stars eating. Then the stars moved out of L.A., but now they're coming back. I mean, that's not the only draw here in West Hollywood, but you're liable to run into somebody here.
Yeah, I mean, and this historically has been a place where the stars came out to play. It had some great clubs, Ciro's, Trocadero. The hotel you stayed at used to be the Sunset Towers, where John Wayne lived when he was here in West Hollywood. The story is he actually brought a horse there into the what was then an apartment. Betty Davis lived in the city. Betty White still lives here. So we have a lot of the Hollywood celebrities who live right here in the city. And yeah, we're seeing on Sunset in particular more of the younger crowd going to the clubs, being owners and investors in some of the nightclubs that I hope we'll have a chance to see. I sometimes joke that whenever you read about Shannon Doherty getting into a fight or a squabble, it's always been in our city. So,
John, you say city. Let's define that a little bit first, if we can. And that is, even though Los Angeles, which I always refer to as being miles and miles of miles, and you realize that when you fly in, has a lot of different neighborhoods. The majority of them do not have their own government.
Yeah, we're about 2 square miles. We're an enclave right in the sort of the heart of the west side of Los Angeles County. And We have in that 2 square miles about 36,000 people, so we're very densely populated. And when you consider all the employees and visitors, we usually have about 100,000 people in the city at any time.
Why wasn't West Hollywood gobbled up by this whole Unigov kind of thing, which, for example, being from Indiana, that's what happened to Indianapolis. All of the county in which it sits now is actually all of the city. You dial 911, it's all the same thing. But yet you've got some local autonomy, which I think is would be a very positive thing for you.
Well, Los Angeles County is actually one of the largest counties in the United States, if not the world, and there are over 90 cities in LA County, and we're one of the cities. We're right next to Beverly Hills, which is its own separate city. Santa Monica, you've heard of, it's its own separate city. Historically, we're part of LA County, and in 1984, we incorporated as our own separate city because we thought local control was going to benefit, and I'd say it has benefited our area.
What has it provided for you? And we are, I should mention, with the traffic going, we are on Sunset Strip, Sunset Boulevard, which of the major east-west streets, I guess there's only one further north. The way I remember the order in which they are is that the furthest north, east, west is Hollywood, which is closest to the Hollywood sign. But this is a curving, winding, wonderful, busy, frenetic street through here. Which direction are we going now, and what are we going to be seeing as we walk?
We're walking on the west side of the Sunset Strip, and Sunset actually goes all the way from downtown LA, actually further east of there, all the way out to the ocean. And we're about 5, 6 miles from the ocean. We're headed west, and we're going to see a Spago restaurant. If you ever see the Academy Awards, that's where the big party is after the Academy Awards. Spago's over there with the world-famous chef Wolfgang Puck.
We even have his pizzas out east now, you know.
Yes, I know.
Well, now here
Tower Records here,
and that's no small store either.
Right.
I was going to say we're passing by one of the many outdoor cafes. That to me is
Mirabelle. It's been here for a long time. It's a great restaurant. And as you can see, people are outside eating. That's what a lot of people come up here. The weather's pleasant. They come and eat outdoors, and late at night they sit there and have coffee and into the evening and talk about the entertainment industry.
Can we dispel something from people's minds about Los Angeles in general that you certainly do not see here? I mean, here you're the mayor, we're walking down the street, yet a lot of people don't know who you are. I don't feel the least bit threatened. I mean, this is well lighted. I really, in this part of Los Angeles, have never had to worry about security.
I think that's true. I mean, in most of the big cities, there'll be areas where it's dangerous or where there's a crime problem. But I go out late at night, and I walk at sometimes 2 and 3 in the morning. I like to walk, and I've never had a problem. I mean, you have to be careful everywhere these days, unfortunately. But if you are in this area, I think that's where a lot of people live here. They feel safe.
John, I want to thank you very much. West Hollywood is a wonderful, fun place. If you think you know what it is, as I thought I did, you got to come here to really see that there are a lot of different neighborhoods, and Sunset Strip is absolutely legendary. And thanks for showing us around.
My pleasure.
And there you have it, another edited episode of one of the American Montage programs prepared for the UPI Radio Network back in the 1980s and 90s. I'm Dennis Daly. Thanks for listening. Thanks for going with me this week. And check YouTube for more American Montage programs.